Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I can't figure out how to share two screens with you at once. So if you look at your worksheet for monohybrid crosses, I'm going to show you a couple of examples. But first of all, I want you to look at the directions. It says all these problems deal with pea plants and their traits, and then it gives you a list of traits and the allele that goes along with the trait, okay? So the first problem, and it's kind of jacked up when I draw on this, so y'all just bear with me. The first problem is dominant P crossed with dominant P recessive P. And we're talking about, if we look at P, we're talking about flowers, in particular, purple flowers. So this is a homozygous, pure purple flower. This is a heterozygous, hybrid purple flower. So if we draw our Punnett square, never said I was an artist, come on. Okay, so we got a P here, dominant P. That's for the first one. Dominant P, little p, that is for the second one. So here we've got P times P. They're both dominant. Here we have dominant times dominant. Okay, here we have a dominant and a recessive. Here we have a dominant and a recessive. Okay, so underneath it says, it's got a line and it's got, I'm assuming that's dominant. Okay, it's got a line, it's got dominant, recessive. It's got a line and it's got recessive. So what this wants you to do is do the genotypic ratio. These are genotypes. So how many do you have that have two capital P's? That's correct, 2. How many do you have that have a heterozygous dominant and recessive P? That would be 2. How many do you have that have 2 recessive P's? That would be 0. Now, so when you go to put your answers in Canvas, you will have multiple choice, and it will have different numbers in front of your alleles. So what you're going to have to do is pick the one that has the right set of numbers, okay? All right, so that is number 1. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to erase that, and I'm going to do one of the last ones because they're a little different. Come in.
Sorry, I didn't bother you if you were on the phone or something.
I'm recording.
Question for you. Do you know if y'all have any, if I can borrow 6 glass containers?
Mm-hmm. I'll bring them to you in a second, okay?
No, you're fine. Are you in a meeting?
I am recording a video.
Oh, I am so sorry.
That's cool. It's no problem. That's just Miss Moxley wanting to borrow some glass containers. Go in the workroom and see if you can find some.
In here?
Yeah, just go through that door right there.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's cool. I'm just showing them how to do Punnett squares. We're all good.
Okay.
All right, let's look at number 10. Now, number 9 and 10 have these words hybrid and purebred, okay? I've already told you in the first problem that if it is heterozygous, it is hybrid. If it is purebred, it's the same 2 letters. Okay, so tall, So I guess we're going to use a T, okay? So hybrid tall means that we would use dominant, let me get my pencil going here. Okay, we would use a dominant T. We would use a recessive T. I get better with this as I do it. Crossed with purebred tall, 2 dominant T's. Okay, now we're going to do our square. Okay, first one goes on the top, just so we can be consistent. Second one goes down the side. All right, so here we have a dominant and a dominant. Here we have a dominant and a recessive. Here we have a dominant and a dominant. Here we have a dominant and a recessive. Okay, this one is hybrid tall. This is purebred tall. We are crossing these two. So if we look at the bottom, we have a line with 2 dominants. I think I'm going to run out of space over here. We have a line with a dominant recessive. This is purebred homozygous. This is hybrid heterozygous. This would be purebred recessive. Okay, good grief. I don't have. Okay, that's a T. That's 2 T's. All right. So, do we have any that are homozygous purebred tall? Yes, we have 2. Do we have any that are heterozygous purebred? Heterozygous hybrid tall? We have 2. Do we have any purebred recessive or short? That would be 0. Okay, now I had to type all these answers into Canvas. So if something is wrong with one of them, please email me and I will check it because occasionally I do make mistakes. Have a great day.